I was in and out of the hospital and I had to make a decision. Either I was gonna have my baby or not, because I couldn't work and be as sick as I was. I mean, it wasn't a real decision. I wanted my baby.
I was married to their father, but unfortunately the relationship kind of took a turn for the worse, and I had to leave. I was trying to get back on my feet and look for a job, and in the process I found out I was pregnant. I didn't know what I was going to do. I had no money. I had just left him, and we pretty much didn't have anywhere to go, and I didn't know how I was going to bring another child into this life.
Got into some trouble. I went back to my mom's house and got a job, and then I found out I was pregnant. So I thought she was gonna kick me out, but she was like, well, you don't have to go, but I think it'll be good for you.
We found out that I was pregnant with this little man right here shortly after my husband was incarcerated. So me with a 1-year-old being pregnant, I couldn't afford a house on my own or any of that. So we just kind of bounced around a lot from mostly abused women's shelters. When you have this little person depending on you, you can't just go and live in a car. You have to have a roof over their heads. And the scariest feeling is wondering if you're gonna lose your baby because you don't have a home for him.
My mother, she didn't want me, so she gave me to my grandmother right when I was born. My grandma was the first person to hold me. She came a few times to get me. I don't know, she just always would come get me and just bring me back. I don't know why. My grandfather, he molested me at my grandma's house. One night, she was going to go see him, and I didn't want her to see him anymore, so I took and hid her keys. So she pulled a gun on me and told me if I didn't give her keys, that she was going to shoot me. So my mom didn't want me around because she said I was too depressing. My aunt, she kept trying to tell me why I keep trying to kill myself. She really loved me, but I didn't understand anymore because I didn't care about life anymore. And I ended up homeless, and then I ended up getting pregnant with him. I didn't know what I was going to do. I'm pregnant, I don't have my other kids. How am I going to take care of another baby? I didn't know what to do.
I just really wanted to find somewhere more stable for him. Somewhere where I didn't have to worry, where are we gonna be in a week or so?
So I called and I talked to Kathleen, and she told me that she had an opening on the following Monday.
It was really scary and it was emotional, and I didn't know how it was all gonna work out, but Miss Kathleen told me that they had an opening.
I went to the Housing Coalition. Immediately they were like, you need to talk to the people at Mary Shelter.
My time was running out at the other shelter. They wanted me out, and I was just praying, please, please let today be the day. I was starting to lose hope, and she answered the phone and she was like, I'm so glad you called me today because we have an opening for you. And I just started crying. I was so happy.
After we had just really gotten used to being here, I actually woke up with some spotting. And I called the doctor and I told him, I was like, no, I feel fine, but there's some spotting here. And he was like, you need to go to the ER, right now. And I went to the ER, and like I said, I still felt fine, but we did the sonogram and the baby wasn't moving. About an hour later, the doctor, the nurse, and another woman came into my room, and they had told me that my baby had died. So literally everything in my life was different. I had given up everything to have my baby, and turns out I didn't have my baby. And one of the doulas who I had never even met read it on Facebook, and she got up to the hospital immediately. That was amazing, because if not for them, I really literally had to do the hardest thing in my life alone. And so
I miss him, and I want to see him really bad. And his name is Matthew Alexander.
Coming here and having such support, people genuinely there and want to see you do good, is an amazing relief. You kind of stop thinking that people care so much when you get older.
For women that live here, like me, sometimes, feels like the whole world turned its back on you and you have no family, no friends, no one is there for you. But Mary's Shelter was here for me.
Come from like a happy family, like a good mother and stuff. It's hard for me to be here. I say, Jeremiah, this is a blessing that we're here.
Every day, I've just had someone telling me that it's okay and we're here for you. We love you.
If I hadn't come here, it wouldn't be worth living because I tried. I know what I want for my kids. I want them to have a better future and a better life than I had. I want them to know that I do want them and I do love them.
I didn't want to be a statistic, I wanted to do better. I wanted to be someone better. They were just so caring here and helpful in helping me find my way again, because I was kind of lost. They gave me hope that there is a way to be able to have your children and that, your children are a blessing from God.
It does give you hope and it makes you focus more and think about where you need to be in life.
My motivation is my kids. I want to do it for them and I want to be a role model and I want to be someone that they see my determination and strength as like, you just never give up.
He loves it here. He's really flourished here. He's got little friends to play with. I can tell he feels safe.
He'll send me crying, like, well, don't cry, what's the matter? Or, I'm gonna be a policeman, we're gonna make a lot of money here.
He walks around here like it's his house, like he owns the place.
You're helping mother and children, and I just think it's the greatest gift.
We've been involved with Mary's Shelter, our group, since the beginning of last year. We babysat for them, and we decided to do some diaper drives.
Since I've been here, I've gotten so much better on just like my attitude, my demeanor, how I carry myself. In the long run, it's really helpful and it's really inspirational to be here.
Came here, I didn't have nothing. Now I'm in school, I have a new baby boy now.
I was really given a chance, like a second chance.
If it wasn't for places like this, then I wouldn't be able to be here today.
This place is the difference between losing my children or building myself and creating a home for them. So it does mean a lot to me that this place exists, because I wouldn't have anywhere else.
They're giving people hope that they don't have to make that other decision. There's a place out there they can go and be safe. It's really nice to have all the people on Facebook, send you the prayers and tell you they're sorry for your loss and things, but they've really been there. It's a feeling that you can't even describe. It's just overwhelming.
How do you say thank you? It's so hard because there's really no words that can describe how grateful I truly am.
If it wasn't for Mary's Shelter, I don't know where I would be right now. Thank you.
I don't think I could put into words how grateful I am. Not just for me, but for my kids.
If we're not for y'all, we wouldn't be able to have a future.
Thank you for everything because it's provided a life for my kids that I wouldn't have been able to do. I wouldn't have this blessing.
Thank you. We're people, we're women, our children are real, and it's real help.
Thank you so much. You changed our lives.